This is mzJanis from Shift Job Connection. How are you doing today? We're going to have a little bit of fun, but at the same time, we're going to be showing you the platform that you'll be using to be an assurance guide. We're going to be talking about assurance guide. I am considered or I consider myself somebody that helps people find jobs at the times that they want, whenever and wherever they want. And now it's your turn. Several of you have already saw my videos. They're on YouTube. Several of you have joined my YouTube channel to get some updates on different jobs. But right now, I'm only doing online jobs. I'm only offering this online process, and it's called onboarding. And y'all know me, I'm just myself. If I forget, oops. But there are several things that I need to tell you up front. So if you are one who is willing to work online and want to find a job, or want mzJanis, myself, who is myself, to help you to find a job, you have to contact me. And the way that you do that, I'm going to show you in just a second. Okay, so it's going to be in the background. You're going to go to googlemeet.com, or you can put Meet on your phone. And the way that you find my code is right here. If I push it, it's going to show up. See, it stayed on the same page. But the code that you want to put in is, and you don't need the dashes. You do not need the dashes. You put in the M, the N, the F, V, W, B, V, G, Y, Q. So they're going to ask you for a code. Once you put a code in, I'm going to go back because it seems like it's taking too long. Once you put a code in, you're going to find out how it really works. And if you don't contact me this way, there is no way for me to know that you really want to help, that you really want my help. When you use that code, what generally happens is that you have an opportunity to get into the waiting room. So you're sitting in the waiting room, and then I let you in. But if someone is already talking to me, just wait. If you don't wait, it's not my fault. I'm telling you how it works, because it's one-on-one meetings. It's like a very a virtual interview. It's like a virtual interview. And once you have your personal virtual interview, I send you a link, and the link it directly sets you up. And let's see. So I have an interview, and let's see. Okay, so I'll send you a link, and then once you click on that link, this is where you'll go. So let me make myself a little bit smaller. I could put me out of the way, but it's in the background here. You can see how this is moving. I'm trying to make me smaller, but it's not letting me. Oh, there it is. And I should be over here somewhere. Okay, so what usually happens is I send you a link, and with that link, it takes you here, and it says, great, you're all set. Here are your next steps. Your credentials to log into all the accounts below, and then because with the link that I send you, you put in your name, your first name, your last name, your email address, and that's when the company itself contacts you. Now, this is the part that I really want you to understand. Even though I'm doing it right now, but you're not here, you're just looking at the video. But even though I'm doing it right now, what I need for you to do is to listen to me. Everybody who listens to me pass the test and gets the job. That's how it works. It's like when I was helping people to become school bus drivers. We had our one-on-one, our conversation, which was over the phone. We did an over the phone interview. And then I sent them the link to their email address. The only difference now is you're going to get a one-on-one with me. I'm going to see you. You're going to see me via phone or computer. And I usually start on the phone and convince you to get on the computer that you are going to work with. And this is why. Because while you are talking to me, a lot of times I'll be on this. I'll be on this, talking on this microphone, showing you like what type of link at the bottom you're supposed to have, which is a USB, but that's here. All of that is here. It says complete mind course education, complete mind flash education courses. So it's some of the questions are like 4 pages long. I mean, 4 questions, not 4 pages, 4 questions long. Some of them are video, and it asks you questions according to that. And if you can see my my mouse is here now, but it's going up to where it says there's a lock in the address bar. I don't know if you can see it. That's why I'm explaining it this way. And right now it says joinassurance.com guide. That's who you are. Checklist. And then right next to it, you'll see what looks like a C, but it's a refresh or reload the page. Refresh the page or reload the page, depending on what type of computer or Internet Explorer that you're using. Internet Explorer is the way that you get on the internet. Okay, and then once you do that, hold on a second, because my job is to interview you before you get to this page. I send you your own personal link. You set it after you set up who you are, what the email address is, and right now you can see mine is mzJanis at icloud.com. I tell you again, when we're talking one-on-one, I tell you again how to get to me if you have any questions. I also tell you before you take the test that you have to pass with 100, no matter what it says. Like if it says skip, I don't want to do that. No. And the reason they're doing that is because they are telling you to do something specific. They're saying things like complete mind flash education courses. So they're right there. They're telling you to complete this part before you go to verify your identity. If you try to go down, it says use the Google Chrome browser. You open that up and it says download Chrome. See, it's telling you everything that you need in order to be a successful guide. You are an independent contractor, so if you ever wanted to work on your own, boom, here you go. Okay, so what you're doing is, see here, right here, you don't need the headset yet. Right here, you're supposed to be doing this part. But some people are going down and saying, well, I need this headset. No, you don't need it yet. When you get there, what it'll do is it'll tell you you will need a wired or wireless USB headset before you can begin working. So you're already down here. You already did this part. You already did this part right here. See, I did it before. I did this course before, the onboarding course before, and what they're doing right at the beginning, they're introducing you to the platform that you will be using. If you don't use the video part, that's not there. It's like you have this on your head when you get up in the morning. You have this on your head. You have an opportunity to test it. Let me see if I can find that part. Intro, agent intro recorder, Delta recorder. And so you get to that part and it tells you in this part right here, in this mindset part, it tells you the performance requirements, tells you to log in to go online, it tells you to attend optional live lectures. So they're always training you to be better at your job. To the right over here, you'll see that there's people online to help you. Now, once I'm not online, I'm not. Once you and I start talking, I show you how to stay in contact with me as mzJanis at the Shift Job Connection. That's how I tell you how to contact me. But once you see this part right here, it's called the help desk. and it looks like this. There's a little face to the right, and it says help. It's a little thing, in a little while, something is going to pop out and say, if you do, you need any help. It's always there. It's there for you. That means that you are communicating with your new online job, because that's the this is the platform that they use. Okay, when it's you and I, and once you click on the link, you fill out everything, and then you say next or continue or apply. I believe the word is apply. Once it says apply, now you're talking to the company. My job is to introduce you to what it looks like to be an insurance guide. You get work orders. In your work orders, they'll say you're agreeing to how many phone calls you're going to make within, I think it was 14 days. You get a new work order often, as long as you do your old work order, you write it off, then they send you some new numbers. Okay, now listen, where the numbers come from is we have websites. Assurance has websites that deal with different types of clients who are looking for assurance, or the parents or the family members of clients who are looking for for insurance. Now, the reason I'm explaining it to you this way is because you're like, I don't want to do it. No, it's okay. Don't do it if you don't want to. But you need to know that it's not like cold calling. You don't have to try to find the people. The people have already went to the websites looking for insurance. It's like when you were looking for insurance. If you didn't go to the State Farm office, you look for State Farm online. Something got your attention, be it not a credit card. Well, it ended up being a credit card, a gift card. They say if you fill out this, you can get a $50 gift card, or if you do this, you'll get access to free movies for a month, or if you do like that. So you fill out a form, and then some people will tell you when you're on, no, I just did it because I wanted the gift card, or yeah, I just did it because I wanted to fill out a form so that I can get access to free movies, or I just did it because I wanted a Xbox S keep game pad. Or see, there are ways that we get people to come online to fill out our forms so that and it'll come up. Okay, so I know you probably experienced that. That's why I'm explaining this way. Now, once they have your phone number, then the company that I am allowing you to apply to, sets you up so that you can have the phone numbers attached to your account, your personal account, and then you forward them to agents. And it's through this system. It's through the system that they're teaching you how to go online and do. Your interview with the company is online. They set it up. They ask you, can we use your camera? You can either have a laptop or a desktop. Right now, I'm on a desktop. You cannot use your phone. It tells you right here, after you complete the course, you click this and it says Open Mind Flash. It's going to take a minute to load, so hold on just a second. You see? So, and you don't have to have a camera. All you need, I'm telling you again, is this. Okay? That's all you need. Because it's like a telephone system, but it's at your house. They set it up to whereas you log in, and once you log in and you start taking the onboarding course, it might not, they call it Mind Flash. See, Mind Flash Trainee. There's my name right here. So that means I already took the course because I'm in. And when it says that you passed, then what you do is, or you can retake it like I did before I started receiving people into the program. It says I passed with 100, and you have to pass everything with 100. Everything. If they give you a chance to skip something, don't skip it. Because what they're doing is they're seeing if you're the type of person who follows directions, who reads what's before you. Modules, right here, review the course. Modules in this course must be completed in order. You must pass each module to progress through this course. Now, even though it says you can pass with 80%, and you push, I passed with 80%, and then you push it, it will say you did not pass. And the reason being is because you can hear it from my own mouth. You need to pass with 100. They're not looking for the average. They're not looking for the mediocre. They're looking for people who will follow directions. Even though you read something but before they tell you this, they say, I'm saying you need 100. Even if it says, do this 1-minute video, right? And you take the video and you don't do it. You push the word skip. It just told you to do the 1-minute video. If you push skip and you say, okay, let's see what happens next, you will not get the job. You won't, because they told you to take the 1-minute interview. And the 1-minute interview is on a video. They have to see how you follow directions. I'll go back to it later. There is no go back. The only time that I found out that I could go back was when I did a video and I didn't like it. I personally didn't like it. But if you know how to go back, if you know how to push this button over here, I don't know if you can see it. So it's at the top. There is a lock in the address bar, assurance. Then they give you 468mindflash.com trainee. See, because before you get the job, you're a trainee. You're training to work on the system. If you don't do what the system says, then you will not get the job. And then if it says something like you don't have the job, I usually give another chance. I show you how to go back through it. I show you how to get to the part where you can write the company and let them know that you did A, B, C, or D. I really want the job. I messed up, blah, blah, blah. They give you another chance. But if you don't do it the second time, there is no third chance. Okay? All right. So it's talking about my courses. It talks about invited. It talks about completed. And I completed this twice. This is the second time I took this course. Okay. Now what I did. Oh, you see this address right here? Angelita Manzanares. You will get a trainer. Everybody gets a trainer. You get your own trainer. They send you emails. They talk to you. They personally take the time to talk to you. If you'll talk to them. Don't go roughshod. I'm going to do this. No. Calm down and take your time. Oh my goodness. I don't know how to stress that anymore. Just calm down and take your time. Okay, so I'm working with these tabs today, and so you get the opportunity to see how I'm actually onboarding with people. But the thing is, the one-on-ones is basically how to tell you how to get in touch with me. My name is mzJanis, and at the top of your link that I send you, because you have to contact me in order to get this far. So at the top of your link that I send you, from mzJanis at Shift Job Connection, is you'll see my name, Janice Faye, Janice Faye has invited you. Okay, let's see what else I have open to show you. Oh, it's coming up a little faster. Okay, so right here it says all the different types. Now these are the what you're going to have to do. It says, hi there, this is the life insurance one. I already did the generic. So it says, hi, this is mzJanis with Assurance. I'm following up on the life insurance request you made on our website, and we are on a recorded line. How are you? So you have to do that with each and every one of these. But what they're doing is they're testing your mic. By the time you get here, you already know that you got the job. Because they're testing your mic, they want to hear how you sound over the internet. Okay, so the next one, you go here with lifeinsurance.net, and you notice that it changed. Hi, this is mzJanis. I'm following up on the request you made on our website, lifeinsurance.net, and we are on a recorded line. How are you? Okay, after you do that one and you scroll down, because see, once you scroll down, the words are not here anymore. So what I did is I took the words, I copied them, pasted them into Microsoft Office, and then I printed them. So that all I have to do is what it says right here. Make sure you have high energy and sound natural. Hi, this is mzJanis with Assurance. I'm following up on life insurance requests. But if you mess up, you push stop the recording, clear the recording, start recording. That's if you mess up. Before you send it, they tell you to re-listen to it.
Hi, this is Sam with Assurance. I'm following up on the life insurance request you made on the website, lifeinsurance.net, and we are on a recorded line. How are you?
Okay, and you have 7 seconds. It's real quick. I mean, because look, when it starts.
Hi, this is Sam with Assurance. I'm following up on the life insurance request you made on the website, lifeinsurance.net, and we are on a recorded line. How are you?
See, you don't hear anything, any noise in the background. They're making sure that there's no noise in the background. This shuts out all noise. I would put it on and let you hear how it sounds as I'm talking to you, but the only reason I'm not doing that is because you won't be able to hear what Sam is saying. Okay, so what you do is you get everything you need. If you live in Portland, Oregon, then what you do is you go to Best Buy. They tell you, I showed you just a bit ago, and we're going to go back over that, but you have to do this. I mean, this is not hard, but like I said, so I'm repeating. And then once you make all your recordings show up. It says that these on mine are missing. This time I did not do them. Oh, of course, the next time I will, because I plan on doing them today. But because I'm making a video of them missing, and then the next time I get online, you'll see, hey, wait a minute, she's updating the video. Because you always want to do better. You always want to do better. You always want to show better. Again, if you're, hold on. If you're afraid of a camera, you will not be on camera. It's a recorded line, not a video. No, it's not video. And you give permission. And the way that you know that you gave permission to do this is because of your onboarding course. You're an independent contractor and your voice is being recorded. You have a contract. Excuse me. This is how big the contract is. It consists of one more second. It's not letting me know how many pages it is. Oh, it's because so far there's nothing at the bottom of the page, but you can tell it's a real job because you get a W-9. I have this on the screen, but I'm not going to show it. You get a W-9 when you type in your name. It comes out as if you've written it and you approve that. This is how you know it's a real job. They don't take taxes out. They don't. You have to do your own taxes because you're an independent contractor. That means you make real money. Oh my goodness. See, and here's a text. It's text message, email, telephone calls. You agree that Assurance IQ may contact you by telephone, email, or text messages, including by an automatic phone dialing system. See? This is what you're learning how to work on. An automatic phone dialing system at any of the phone numbers provided by you or on your behalf in connection with your Assurance IQ account, including for marketing purposes. You understand that you are not required to provide this consent as a condition of purchasing any property, goods, or services. You also understand that you may opt out of receiving text messages from Assurance at any time, either by texting the word stop using the mobile device that is receiving the messages, or by contacting us at 425-202-6868. So what I'm trying to explain to you is it's a real job. And one of the things that I'm telling you about is what you do when you get hired. Okay? When you get hired, you are an independent contractor. If they're asking you to do something, they're expecting you to do it. They're not expecting you to go, no, I don't want to do that today. They're expecting you to sign contracts. They're expecting you to sign work orders. And a work order consists of phone calls. If you say that you're going to make 1,000 phone calls in 2 weeks, you're going to make 1,000 phone calls. When you're first getting started out, it's automatic. You get like 100 calls, or you like that. It's not a whole lot, but you calculate how many hours a day you're going to work. If you're going to work 2 hours a day, that's fine. You just have to show up every day. Sit in front of your computer for at least an hour. If you say you're going to make 100 phone calls in the 2 weeks, you divide it 14 days into 100, and then you find out how many hours per day that you need to work in order to make those 100 phone calls. And how they tell that you've made the calls is that at the end of each call, when you disconnect, you have to deposition each call. You have to tell why you disconnected. For example, some of the good reasons are answer machine, because sometimes you'll call and you have to call them back, so you'll put answer machine. Sometimes you'll call and you get switched. You switch them to an agent, a real agent. You're not an agent, so they even tell you what you can say on the phone. If you read the scripts like that they give you, like you're standing there going, no, I don't understand, like that. You don't do that. You say what is right before you. Like right before you, you're looking at the word select a recording type, script, audio sample. And we're at tips now. Before recording, make sure to read the introduction out loud 2 times. So, and the reason they say that is because as you're reading, you're hearing yourself. You hear how you sound. Then if you sound like got that little real, hey, this is mzJanis. I'm calling, I'm following up on the assurance. Following up with, I don't remember them. It's too many. But you know how you sound because you read it several times. You got a little beat going. You're upbeat. You're doing it. And then you push the record button. If you mess up while you're recording, I showed you what to do. You go down here. It says stop the recording. clear the recording, start the recording. And remember, you're recording in here. But before you get to this part where I'm at, let's see. I was just doing it faster. Okay, before you get to the recording part, which is record your introduction. But you see how, and they already verified me. They sent me an email saying it's verified, so I don't know why that's checked. I mean, you can tell because I'm talking to you. Oh, sorry. Okay, so it says, great, you're all set. Here is your next steps. Now remember, the step 1 is to contact me. Then once you get your link, then you're contacting the company to apply for this job as an assurance guide. Even on the link, you'll see, there's a little video. Okay. Once you click on apply, then they start you up. Complete the mindset course, verify your identity, and I did that. Use Google Chrome browser. They show you how to download it because that's the best way that this works. Then you get the headset requirements. See, you're doing all this. You contacted. You did the open source. Every time you pass, you get a 100. You get a certificate. You download that certificate, print it if you like, put it in a book. Mine is on the computer. I'm trying to think if it was on this computer or the other one, because I did the first time on the other computer, the second time on this computer. Okay, you got the headset, your computer requirements. Now right here it says Windows 10. Now the reason that I'm doing it on this computer, or did it on this computer, to make sure that you know that what you need is a computer that passes this test right here. Which is saying you're going to have to take a test. Your computer is going to have to take a test. So it says, by clicking I agree below, you are confirming that your device meets the minimum computer requirements. Now, the minimum computer requirements is the one that passes the speed test. And the reason it has to pass the speed test, and I showed the young lady when I was talking to her on the phone. I said, and we were just talking, and I was explaining this, but we were talking over the phone because she couldn't get on her computer yet. So she had to help. She had to find someone at her house to help her to get on the computer. So we were talking on the phone. I mean, we were really talking. Wait a minute. Let me do it with my phone. Hold on. I was going, yes. Okay, so what you need to do is, hello? 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 And then we called each other back, and I said, see, that's why you cannot do it on your phone, because your phone gets disconnected. She said, oh, yeah, I see. So that's why the company itself gives you a system to not only practice on, but you're practicing on the system that is updated and upgraded to what you need to be a successful independent contractor for them. If you ever wanted to be an entrepreneur, it's called an independent contractor. If you ever wanted to be an entrepreneur, it's called an independent contractor. Entrepreneur sounds so much better. But that's who you are. You are an independent contractor. So it's saying you need Windows 10. I don't have Windows 10. This one is 8.5, but I have high-speed internet. My uploads go up to 1,000 and downloads 1,000. I got the CenturyLink price for life, fiber optic. I'm trying to think what it's called. So you get the best internet access that you can. It's usually what gamers use in order to play high-speed games. But with Windows 10, and I know it to be true, you can even use Wi-Fi. If you use Wi-Fi, you get better uploads and downloads. And what they're asking you to have is, what is it called? Let me tell you what it's called in just a second. An upload of 10 and a download of 20 or more. So upload of 10 or more, download of 20 or more. And that's not fast internet. That's maybe well, I have CenturyLink. Before CenturyLink, I had Xfinity, and Xfinity would not do it. It wouldn't. I'm sorry. It costs a lot of money, but it didn't do it. So I'm recommending CenturyLink. Okay. So, and then you push agree, and then here's the internet speed requirements. So what you do is you go here and you download the speed test. They say, please go to and test your internet. Oh, there it is right there. I had said it wrong. The download, I think I did, was 20 and the upload is 10. If your internet does not meet these requirements, you will need to contact your ISP, the internet service provider, and upgrade your internet. So you see what I'm saying? This is mainly the speed test that they're wanting to, because when I tried it, I mean, it was gargly. The person that answered the phone, I really can't hear you. Or how did you get my number? And you don't want to hear that. You're talking and you sounding like, hi, go to the, because, I mean, you want them to hear every single word that you say. The onboarding performance requirements. See, I'm at record your introduction the second time. I did it before. That's how I got a link. That's how I can talk to you about getting on. Okay? You have to do this before. And I'm an independent contractor. Look, Shift Job Connection. That has nothing to do with this. I'm the one that finds people jobs that gives bonuses. I always find jobs that give bonuses. When I was working for the school district as a bus driver, the hire-on bonus was $2,500. Okay, so there are always bonuses. The onboarding performance requirements, assurance onboarding expectations. Now, this is one of the reasons why I'm taking my time. It says one of assurance's onboarding requirements is that each new guy complete 10 quality transfers, which they teach you how to do in the onboarding course, on the mindset course, on the insurance platform within 7 days of clicking I agree. You can take your lifetime time. Once you push I agree, and it's not that it's hard because they're teaching you. You can go over this test anytime you want. Look, I showed you already. Complete the mindset education course. Open the mindset. So let's go here. Okay. And then it says retake the test. See, you can retake it. You can go over it as many times as you want. You don't have to. Oh, see, this is the second time I did it. Okay, and this is the one that's counting because I did it before. That's how I got a link. You get your own personal link. You can talk to you if you want to do like I'm doing. Go over this course. They give you a link. Once you get your link, you're an independent contractor. You can do whatever you want. You can call companies or make up a flyer and just pass it out to insurance companies so that they can call you. You give them their link, yours, your own link. You give them your own link, and insurance people can, when it gets to the point, who told you about assurance, they'll put your name down. Okay? Okay, so you can go over this as many times as you want. Like I said, this is the second time. And then when you do the onboarding, it goes here, and you see everything is clicked. These things over here. Let me see if I can move this. Okay, so it talks about all the different tests you're going to have to take. It's 18. But the test, like I said, if you mess up, If the video is too fast, you can replay the video. You can pause the video. You can stop the video. Hold on. When it was my turn, I just wrote down every question. That's how much they allow you to pass. I wrote down every single question. The test is not hard. Okay? I wrote down how you spoke with the procedure. Even the second time I took this test, first time I got it, I did it, the procedure, the steps. So what I'm suggesting you do is you get something, write it in. And the reason I wrote it, I better be honest. The reason I wrote it is because I kept pushing the retake button, like retake the whole test that you already passed with 100. I kept pushing it, so I had to keep starting over. And all of a sudden, it was like, wait a minute. Well, what if I push, and then it says redo this unit, because they're done in units, and there's 18 units. Redo this, not really 18, but it looks like it's long. But you get to a certain point, and you're like, what? I'm done? Okay, so I can review the modules because I already took the test. GUI retaking a module. So it tells you right there. If you're retaking it, this is what you have to do. Because if you take it once and you pass, then you always have an opportunity to do this. If you take it now and you don't and you pass, let me see. Hold on just a second. Only difference was this time I did not get a link, so I don't know where you can get your link from. I don't know. I don't know how soon you get the link, because before when I filled out this first part, they gave me a link and began to tell me that this is how you share access to being an insurance guide with agents, which insurance, like if you have car insurance, you can call your agent and say, I'm going to email you something. What's your email address? Because I would like to represent you on this program. You see what I'm saying? So they give you ways to talk to people. They give you a system to communicate with people, because now you have other people to do what I'm doing. But you have to go through this part first and wait for your link. So I don't know that part I don't know. But anyway, I wish I knew. But you see how I can retake the test anytime I want? Okay, let's see. Okay, so join assurance. We're waiting for this. Oh, it's coming up quicker and quicker each and every time. Woohoo! Okay, so you log into Delta to go online, and you do these, but it won't let you get into. See, I can click on these. Please select the date. Thank you for considering the assurance guide representative role. Attend this onboarding live lecture to get, and then it says show more selected date, and you can. These are the next 2 times that they have in it, which was Monday, and the next one is next Monday. So let me see. Maybe they have a video still left up. Oh, it's not in the 21st yet. Okay, at 9 o'clock. The duration is 180 minutes, so you can either go at 9, go back 3 hours. Okay, attend this onboarding live lecture to get a better understanding of the guide role and ask any questions you may have. Please select the day you'd like to attend the live lecture. All live lectures will be held virtually via Zoom. you can download Zoom here. So they even give you a link, and that's what they do throughout the whole thing. If you don't already have Zoom, then they give you a link. Join Zoom meeting ID information will be emailed to you from 24 hours prior to the meeting. So if you choose this date, what is today is the 14th. Okay. I mean, not the 14th. It's the 15th. Oh, look, it says it right here. Okay, so if you choose this date or this one, you can see what time this one is. Okay, it's still at 9 o'clock. And they just expect you to be there. I haven't chose one, as you can see. So, oh, and one other very important thing. One of the things that you have to remember is that like if you're in Portland, Oregon, the time zone is for everybody. This is the time from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Okay? So if we go from 9 p.m., and I'm in Portland, Oregon time, and it's late, they will send me to places that are probably 2 hours or 2 to more hours less than where I am right now. And the other way around for in the mornings. If we start at 5 a.m., they could send us to Texas because there's 2 hours. There's 2 hours past us. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, that's 3 hours past us, like that. So they can send us to those type of places. But then when we get closer to our 9 o'clock hour, the phones are coming from places that have not made it to 7 o'clock yet. So it's not like they're going to send you somewhere like Philadelphia or send you, excuse me, phone numbers to Philadelphia and it's 9 o'clock your time. So they send you phone numbers according to the time zones that are okay to be called. If it was 9 o'clock p.m. our time and they sent you to Philadelphia, it would be 12 o'clock. And I wouldn't be happy with my job either. Okay, so I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you go and I'm going to upload this to like Facebook and or probably download it to my computer. That way I can upload it to YouTube and to Facebook. Well, you be encouraged and have a blessed day. This is mzJanis. I'll probably make another video later because I'm just making videos now. I'm getting them out so that I can make a good, like very good one, and I can email them. All right. Bye for now. Now I have to figure out again.